Hi everyone, and welcome to Shape Your Future Healthy Kitchen, sponsored by TSET. I am here with Chef Val from OUTU School of Community Medicine. Always great to have you here. And I'm feeling like we're talking about greens.
It's a little overwhelming, all the green, right?
It's all right here. But I think this is a great segment, and I know you're going to tell us more, but this is perfect for me. Like, people want to eat healthy, but they don't know what that means. What does that mean when they see all this?
So you might hear a lot of advice about eating more greens, What does that mean? Does it mean eating more romaine? Sure, eat more romaine lettuce. But also cooked greens are a really easy way to get those greens, because when they're cooked, you can actually pack more into a cup. So
true. So you're getting more of a serving.
Right, and it's easier to chew a cooked green than it is a salad green, right?
True.
Okay, so there are a lot of different greens represented here. So we have some spinach, and this is sort of the gateway greens, really easy.
Right.
It's really mild in flavor and texture.
And most people can recognize that.
Yeah, and this is in lots of different things. It's great cooked, it's great raw. You might want to just trim the stems off of a bunch of spinach.
Okay.
And then I would say the next one in terms of flavor and texture is chard. And so we've got some really pretty rainbow chard here, ruby chard, and then you can find the white rib that's just going to be just like a regular chard.
Is there any difference in that with the colors or anything?
Not really. I mean, there's not any flavor difference necessarily that I know of.
Okay.
But you can eat all of this rib. Okay. So some of the greens we're going to talk about, they have to have the rib removed because they're just too fibrous to chew.
Gritty or
Yeah, too fibrous to chew.
So that you could eat the whole thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And then this is curly kale. All right. So on these, I do like to remove this rib because it's tough. It's not good to chew. It kind of feels like you never can stop chewing it. And so
can't swallow.
Just pull the curly part off and you'll discard this rib.
So very easy. It's just a matter of just pulling the pieces off the rib and then you're good to go.
Yeah. And so then you can wash this, make sure and wash it really well to get the grit. Actually, like a salad spinner, you can get one for like $13 at Walmart, and it rinses everything off. You put water in it, swish it around, rinse it out.
And it does a good clean without a ton of work.
And then these are mustard greens. And it kind of depends on how mature they are, whether or not you get crazy in removing the rib. Okay, so you can cut this out, but like up here where there's not a really thick rib, you can leave that in, and we're going to saute some here in just a second.
Okay.
But this is collard green. So I love collard greens, but I don't love that rib. So here's what I like to do. So I like to make like a V cut like this. You could use a paring knife if that's more comfortable for you.
Okay.
And you would stack this up, you do several leaves at a time, roll them like this.
And then you're cutting it down like that.
Right. So this is called a chiffonade. So it's a French term, means little ribbons, and it's a great way to cook greens.
Well, and that is what that looks like. It's like little pieces of ribbon once you have it all cut up.
And so we just have some olive oil that's going to go in the pan here.
And very quickly, just because again, this would be me standing in front of all of this at the grocery store, is it the leaf that you're looking at that helps determine what is what? I mean, is there like a quick, easy key to learning which one is what? Is that making sense?
Well, the rib itself is
what you'd look at?
I mean, to determine whether or not I want to cut it out is if it's really tough. Is that what you mean in terms?
Yeah, where you just know what you would have to do with each of these.
Yes. Okay, so we have some olive oil in here, and we're just going to go straight in with some greens, a little bit of sizzle, and then put a little bit of garlic in. We've got a few cloves of garlic chopped up.
And this is something you could season to your liking as well, or do you want to stay with certain ingredients?
Oh no, this is, think of it as a very basic ingredient. You can do a little bit of lemon zest, garlic, chili flake. That's one of my favorites. But you can eat this as a side dish. You can stir it into soups and stews. But just use these greens in casseroles, all different kinds of things. Really try to incorporate those into your cooking.
Finding ways to feed it into other options.
Yes.
And like you said, as it cooks, it's getting it's smaller / more dense. So you're getting more serving from it as well.
Right. So if we had a little more time, we'd let them go just a little bit more. But I'm just going to serve these up for you right here. I think you'll almost be surprised at how delicious these are.
But yeah, you could easily put some meat or some other vegetables in here very easily.
Yes, definitely use that as a base for your grilled chicken.
Smells wonderfully.
Yes.
Trying to get a hold of one of my ribbons here. It's not cooperating with me.
So a little garlic powder. I mean, really any way that you would season, I don't know, meat, for example. I mean, you could do that.
Yeah, it's very simple. You could eat it very nicely on its own or complement it with anything else like vegetables or meat, like you said. So it's a perfect way, and this was good for me too, because I know just simple things of what to look for are very helpful. Thank you. And if you want to learn more about this segment or any other segments and recipes, go ahead and head to KJRH.com.